So since the beginning of the internet, heck, since the beginning of time, humans have always have a problem with picking sides. Us as humans have never been able to agree upon one thing, whether it's politics, music, or something that is genuinely frowned upon. There's always gonna have to be a debate about it. You're always gonna find that one person in that conversation when they're talking about SA, they're gonna be like, well, she shouldn't have worn that dress though. It's wrong. Like, it doesn't matter what the person is doing, the crime is wrong. There's always gonna be that one person with a stupid take on something, and they're not gonna let it go. They're gonna defend it with their life. To them, it's either like you're on their side or you're on the wrong side. With that being said, you're not right all the time, and people don't always have to agree with you. That mindset of either you're with me or against me is just genuinely stupid, because everyone can have an opinion. There are genuinely stupid opinions, we can't lie. There are some takes that just don't make sense. But that doesn't mean this person can't think that way or you can't think this way. If you have an opinion and people start being like, well, you're wrong, it would seem so stupid. If you say chocolate milk is better than regular milk and someone's like, no, you're wrong. How can you be wrong when it's an opinion? It's not something that is a yes or no, a right or wrong thing. It's just what I feel I prefer. It's a preference. And actually, the thing that gave me the idea for this video is when one of my friends asked me, hey yo, do you listen to Kendrick Lamar? To which I said, yeah, I do. And then he continued to ask, do you listen to Drake? And by that time, I knew where the conversation was going. I knew where he was taking it. I still said, yeah, I do listen to Drake. And he said, I quote, he said, how can you listen to actual shit and then listen to greatness at the same time? And I'm looking at him baffled, because how are you gonna tell me someone's music is quote unquote and someone's is greatness? Like, even flipping, Miles, some people agree that he has good songs, even though that is a hot take, and I don't think he has good songs, but that's my opinion. Everyone has their opinion. They're entitled to opinions. So how are you gonna tell me Kendrick Lamar is trash and Drake is good? Which I disagree. I believe Kendrick is better, and that's just my preference. You can have a different preference. You can like Drake. But the point I'm trying to make with this video is, although yeah, you can have a preference, you can like this person, you can not like this person, that doesn't mean you always have to pick a side. You don't always have to be put into a box, whether it's like, once you like Drake, you can't like Kendrick Lamar, and vice versa. I can like both of people, because music is different. There are different songs for different things. Sometimes they make sad songs, sometimes it's happy, sometimes it's pop. Like, it's so random. So I could like this particular song from this artist and like this other song from another artist. It doesn't mean once I like this person, I can't like the other person. That is just a childish way of thinking. And the Kendrick Lamar and Drake debate has been dragged so much, it's hard to even talk about it, because I can listen to Kendrick Lamar and the next song I listen to is Drake. What's the problem with that? For example, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst and Drake's Over My Dead Body are both good songs from both artists. I love both of those songs. You can't tell me just because I listen to Kendrick, I can't listen to Drake. I know you guys are also tired of hearing this. Maybe you guys are people who have these debates because you have a preference over one person. Just because they have beef doesn't mean you can't listen to both of their songs. That's the point of the beef. They're both making music. You listen to both of them and just be like, oh, I like this person's song better. I like this person's better than this one. That's the point of the beef. It's not like you just listen to one side or one person's music. That's kind of stupid, if I do say so myself. And another thing I always see people debating about is who's better, Messi or Ronaldo. Can we not just agree that both of them are good players? Although yeah, it's a sport, there is competition, so everyone's gonna have a preferred team. Oh my god, why do I keep stumbling? Everyone is gonna have a preferred team. I like FC Barcelona, I don't like Real Madrid. That doesn't mean I can't like a player on this team. Just because I have a preference of which team I like more doesn't mean I can't like another team. That is just so closed-minded. You have to be open to different things, else you're just gonna be put into a lane. Look, go listen to my man Kanye. He's telling you not to be put into a box, this social construct of always having to pick sides.
So many people are just so obvious. They don't even realize that when they box me in or try to verbally put me in some type of box or put Donda in a box, that they're really showing their level of ignorance. They're putting themselves in a box.
See, me personally, I am a Messi fan. I like Messi more than I like Ronaldo. Yo, Speed, come get me. I said that. And just because I like Messi doesn't mean I can't watch Ronaldo play. I don't like watching Ronaldo's goals or whatever. Ronaldo is a phenomenal player, awesome. But I prefer Messi, and I believe Messi is a better player than Ronaldo. That, like, just because that's my preference doesn't mean I'm gonna shut off everything Ronaldo related. Or if I like Ronaldo, I'm not gonna do anything with Messi. You feel what I'm saying? And throughout my lifetime, I've had a number of debates about who's better between Messi and Ronaldo, and I've come to learn that you cannot change someone's mind when they're set on something. If someone says Ronaldo is better, it doesn't matter how many times you say Messi's better at dribbling, he's better at finishing, he's better at whatever. The person is not going to agree with you and say, you're right, Messi is better. Because it's a preference. You don't have to always like the person that is better, right? To me, the best player is Messi. That doesn't mean everyone has to like the best player. Something I have noticed and wanted to talk about and know nothing about is how East Coast and West Coast are always in debates, alright? Bloods and Crips. I know nothing about this, by the way, so don't take my words for it. I just want to say, why are we looking at the differences when we could be looking at the similarities, alright? You can't lie, most of these people are black people. These are black people in both of these gangs. Why don't we just say, why don't we come together and unite? Instead of killing each other off, we unite as black people together and be one. I know it's way deeper than that, so you can't just be like, you just ignore everything that has happened. But to me, it feels like we're killing each other for no reason. There's always gang wars, people dying from gang violence that don't need to die. These young people that have known nothing but these gangs since they were born. I'm lucky enough that I haven't been in areas where there's so many gang violence and all that, and I appreciate that. But the places where there are gang violence, it's just sad to always see people your age or people just like you dying from things that shouldn't be happening. People shouldn't be fighting over territory, but it does happen though. So I know I can't make that much of a difference. I just wanted to put it out there. I feel like we should just stop fighting over stuff like this, alright? Just stop fighting, look at the similarities, come together, and that would be great. And to finish off on a good note, I just wanted to say, all these things that these people stand for example, Messi and Ronaldo, which is football, are supposed to bring us together. Football is a sport. I won't call it soccer, I'll call it football. Football is a sport. It's supposed to bring us together when we sit down together and watch it. I remember when I was in Africa for the 7 years of my life, there were people who didn't have TVs in their house. There were some people who just, I don't know, they just wanted to be with their friends while watching football. So they would go to other people's houses who did have TVs, and this whole group of people would gather around and watch soccer together. Even though these people might be rooting for different teams, they might have different favorite players, it is uniting us. That is the thing that you should think about. Even though it is a competition, yeah, this team is up against this team, you just think about it that they're playing together. These football players are not enemies or anything. At the end of the game, they might even go out and eat dinner together. Why should it be that we see this and then we get so lost in the game and start fighting over things? Like, it doesn't make sense. This should bring us together. Music should bring us together. Just because I like Drake and you like Kendrick Lamar doesn't mean we should fight about this. We should come together. The fact that we both like similar music, we both like rap. We could share our songs. We could listen to the music together and find the similarities. All right, things don't always have to be a debate is what I'm trying to say. I could go on and on about the number of things people have always argued and had debates on that we could just put aside, but that would not make a difference. I'm trying to make an entertaining video, so let me not get too deep. So yeah, that's basically about the end of the video. I don't want to go too deep into things. I just want this to be entertaining. And if you enjoyed the video, please go hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, subscribe. I would really appreciate that. I would love that. And yeah, it's been your boy Wumps. Catch you in the next video. Peace.